Good morning, students. This is the second video which I am going to give to you all students. In the first video, we have studied about measurement of volume of liquid. Now in the second video, we are going to study about measurement of volume of solids. Now how we can measure the volume of solid? As we all know and we have studied in junior classes about solid, liquid and gases. Now we will study about volume of solid. Let us rememberize something that volume, what was volume? Volume was the space which was occupied by any object. Now for learning of measurement of volume of solid, first we will learn there are two type of solids. First is regular solid. Second is irregular solids. There are two type of solid whose volume we are going to measure in this video. That first is regular solid and second is irregular solid. First we will study about regular solids. Regular solids are those solids whose shapes are mathematically defined. Regular solid are those solid whose shapes are mathematically defined. It means whatever solid we have studied in mathematics like cube, cuboid, sphere, cylinder, these are the known figure which have certain formulas for calculating their volume. Now we will measure the volume of regular solids. Like as I have told you now that there are certain mathematical formulas for measuring the volume of this solid. Suppose like taking cube. As we know that cube is made up of 6 faces of square. This is a cube, and for measuring the volume of cube there is a formula. Volume is equal to a cube, where a is the side of cube. This is the formula which is used for measuring the volume of cube. For measuring the volume of cuboid is a rectangular solid which looks like this. The figure I am going to draw. Here the parameters are length, breadth and height. The volume of cuboid will be length into breadth into height. By using this formula we can calculate the volume of cuboid. For calculating the volume of sphere is a ball-like structure. For calculating the volume of sphere there is a formula and the parameter is radius, and the formula for calculating the volume of sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. Next, cylinder. Cylinder is a closed figure surrounded by two circles, and the parameter is height, and here since the circle is there the radius will be there, and the volume for calculating and the formula for calculating the volume of cylinder is pi r square h. And the last figure we will study, that is cone. We all have seen in the form of birthday cap. That is a cone, and the parameter is h and radius, and formula for measuring the volume of cone is 1/3 pi r square h. These are some of the regular defined solid which are mathematically defined, and volume of these solids can be calculated by using the mathematical formula. Now we will study about irregular solid. Next, the second type of solid is irregular solids. Irregular solids are those solids which are not mathematically defined. It means that whose shapes are not mathematically defined. Suppose I have taken this solid. This will be also called as a solid. Now the question arises, this is not a regular shape, neither any formula is there to calculate the volume of this solid. Then how we will calculate the volume of this solid? For calculating the volume of this solid, we will learn an activity for performing this. Suppose let us take a container or a measuring beaker. Suppose this is a measuring beaker. In this measuring beaker, I have filled the beaker with up to this level water. Suppose a beaker I have taken, and in that beaker I have filled it with water, and suppose in this the measurement is given 5 ml, 10 ml, 15 ml, 20 ml, 25, 30, 35, 40 ml. The measurement of the beaker is being given. Now taking as an example, I have taken this beaker and I am filled 20 ml. Till 20 ml I have filled water in it. Now the initial water level, initial means starting, now it's 20. Initial level is equal to 20 milliliter. Now to measure the volume of this type of irregular solid, what we will do? We will drop the solid into this container, and definitely if we drop the solid into this container, the level of the water will rise. Suppose the water has risen to this level, because this solid will definitely occupy some space and it will raise the level of water. Now the new level of water is up to 30. We will write final level is equal to 30 ml. Now this, the initial level and final level, there is increase. It means that volume of solid will be equal to final level minus initial level. That means final level was 30 ml minus initial level was 20 ml. It is 10 ml. 10 ml is the volume of this solid because it has raised the water up to 10 ml. Now we will convert this into centimeter or meter cube, because the SI unit of volume is either in centimeter cube or meter cube. As we have studied earlier that 1 milliliter is equal to 1 centimeter cube. Therefore we are having a volume of 10 milliliter, therefore it will be having 10 centimeter cube. We can say that volume of solid is equal to 10 centimeter cube. By performing this type of activity, we can calculate the volume of any of the irregular solid. Next we are going to study measurement of area. Before learning the measurement of area, we will learn about area. That what does area means? Area means the surface occupied by any object. The surface occupied by any object is called its area. The surface occupied by any object is called its area. Surface means the ground part, whatever ground part that object is occupying. Suppose taking this cap is occupying some space of the paper, that will be area of this cap. This copy is occupying some space of bed, it means that surface the copy is occupying, that will be its area. Now the unit of area, next we will study unit of area. The unit of area, the SI unit is meter square, because area is a two-dimensional concept, that's why the unit is meter square. There are certain larger and smaller unit of area also, like if we are talking for smaller unit, it can be centimeter square. If we are talking larger unit, it can be kilometer square, or it can be hectare, or it can be acre. There are certain larger unit, there are certain smaller unit. In smaller unit you can take millimeter square also. These are the smaller unit of area. These are the larger unit of area. For measuring area, these are the smaller unit and these are the larger unit. Now we will study the relationship, because just now I have told that the SI unit is meter square. Now we will see one by one the relationship between these smaller and larger unit. 1 millimeter square, it means 1 millimeter into 1 millimeter, and 1 millimeter means 1 by 1000 meter. For one more 1 millimeter, 1 by 1000 meter. Now 1 by 1000 we can write 10 to the power minus 3 into 10 to the power minus 3. Whole combined it will be 10 to the power minus 6 meter. We can say that 1 millimeter square is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 meter square. Now coming to centimeter square. 1 centimeter square, we can write it 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter, and we all know that 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 100 meter into 1 by 100 meter. It will be 10 to the power minus 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. If we will combine both, it will become 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. It means that 1 centimeter square is equal to 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. Similarly, 1 acre, these are the larger unit. 1 acre is equal to 100 meter square, and area of 100 meter square is known as 1 acre. Next is 1 hectare. An area of 10,000 meter square is known as 1 hectare. Now one more bigger unit is 1 kilometer square. It means that area of 1000 into 1000 meter square, that means 10 to the power 6 meter square, is termed as 1 kilometer square. Now this was the concept of area. Now we will study about measurement of area. Now we will study measurement. For measurement also, similarly like volume, for measuring the area also, there are two types of shapes, two types of figure. First will be regular, second will be irregular. As we have studied regular and irregular shape, regular which are mathematically defined, irregular which are not mathematically defined. The first we will study in regular, because for calculating the area of regular shape, what we have to do, we have to use the predefined mathematical formula. For the regular shape, square is there. We can calculate the area of square by using formula side into side. Side is the parameter. For calculating the area of rectangle, we will use the formula length into breadth. For calculating the area of circle, we will use the formula pi r square. For calculating the area of triangle, we will use the formula half into base into height. These are the sum of the predefined mathematical shape, and by using the mathematical formulas we can calculate the area of these shapes. Now coming to irregular. Irregular shape are also those shape which are not mathematically defined. Suppose we have to calculate the area of this figure. Now this is not mathematically defined. How we will calculate the area of this figure? So this can also be done by performing an activity. This is an irregular figure. Now to calculate the area of this figure, we have to perform an activity. That activity can be performed by using graph paper. We will study this activity by using graph paper. For calculating the area of an irregular object or irregular figure, we need to perform an activity, and for that activity a graph paper is required. You can see the graph paper. Almost all of you are aware of the graph paper. This is a graph paper and it consists of small square boxes. You can see this square box is there, and each square box have an area of 1 centimeter square. Each square box is equal to 1 centimeter square. Suppose we have taken an irregular surface like this. This is not mathematically defined. This is an irregular surface. We have to calculate the area of this surface. No prescribed formula is there. Now how we will calculate? We will count the number of full squares. Number of full square box. Number of full square box, or you can say that complete square box, and square box which is more than half. We will count complete square box and the square boxes which is more than half. Now let us start from here. You can see this box, this is more than half. 1. This one is also occupying more than half. 2. This one is less than half. We will leave this. This one is also less than half. This one is also less than half. This one is more than half. 3. This one is full. 4. 5. 6. 7. This one is more than half. 8. This one is also more than half. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. This one is also more than half. 15. This one is also more than half. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. This one is also more than half. 22. This one is also more than half. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. This one is less than half. We will leave this. This one is also less than half. This one 29. 30. This one is also 31. 32. This one is less than half. What we have done? We have taken complete or full square boxes and the boxes which are more than half as a single box. We have calculated that it is of 32 boxes. The figure which is occupying less than half box, we will leave that boxes. We will not count them. The part which is occupied less than half, we will leave those parts, because since we are taking the part which are more than half, we are taking as a full. That's why we will leave the less than half packages, and it is of 32 boxes. That means the area of this figure is 32 centimeter square. Since one box is equal to 1 centimeter square, therefore complete 32 box means 32 centimeter square. What we have done? We have taken full boxes and the boxes which is more than half as a complete box, and we have left the less than half boxes because we are taking more than half as a complete box. That's why we are leaving. It is a lump sum figure by which we can calculate the area of irregular solid. The next topic we are going to start, and the topic is density. Now we will understand about density. By definition, Density means density of a substance can be defined as mass per unit volume. We can define density as density of a substance can be defined as mass per unit volume. It means that density is equal to mass by volume. Now, the unit of density, we will calculate unit of density as unit of mass is kilogram, unit of volume is meter cube. So we can write kg per meter cube or kg per meter cube like this also. This is the unit of density, kg per meter cube. We can define density as mass per unit volume, or you can say that mass by volume is called density. Now, density is one of the most important characteristics of a substance. Density says us, suppose we are taking two example. One example that the example in which we are taking a brick and cotton. Both we are taking as a mass of 1 kg. A brick of mass 1 kg and we are taking a cotton of mass 1 kg. Both occupies different spaces. It means both will be having different volume. For both the substances mass is same, but their volume will not be same. Suppose cotton is occupying this much space and brick is occupying only this much space. So we can say that this cotton is occupying more volume and this brick is occupying small volume. This one brick is occupying a small volume, cotton is occupying more volume. Then we can say that the brick is more denser than this cotton because the mass per unit volume in one volume, the mass is more in comparison to cotton. We can say that density of brick is more than cotton. Density of brick is more than cotton. It means that the substance which are having same mass, it doesn't mean that they will have same volume or same density, or if two or more than two substances are having same volume, it may be the density may be different for both the objects. Next we are going to learn speed. You all are aware of speed. Speed means how fast or how slow an object is moving. We can find speed as how fast or how slow an object is moving. You have often seen a car is moving very fast or a bicycle is moving very slow. So this is called speed. We can define speed as speed is the distance traveled by a body per unit time. Speed is that physical quantity in which we can say that speed is the distance traveled by a body per unit time. We can write that speed is equal to, a formula is there to calculate speed. Speed is equal to distance by time. Now the unit of speed. What is the unit of speed? The unit of distance is meter and unit of time is second, or other unit, the unit of distance is kilometer also, unit of time is hour also. For both the cases we can say unit of speed is meter per second or kilometer per hour. You can write meter per second like this also, or you can write like this also, or kilometer per hour. The SI unit, meter per second, is the SI unit of the speed. This one is the higher unit. We can say that higher unit of speed is kilometer per hour. Now, according to the formula is V is equal to S by T. Like speed is equal to distance by time. V means speed, S means distance, and T means time. V means speed, S means distance, and T means time. This is the formula for calculating speed of any body. Now, there are so many devices which are able to measure the speed of a moving object, like in our vehicles, like in motorcycle or in car. You can say that there is a digital odometer, or you can say that speedometer, which is measuring the speed of the car or speed of the bicycle, motorcycle. We can say that these formula will be used to solve the numerical questions. Speed, this formula can be used to solve numericals, and this density also. These two formula will be used for solving the numericals, which we will study in further exercises. Up to here, our class 7 first chapter physics is being completed. Now there are so many examples given, numerical examples is given in your book. You can try those examples and you can try to solve the fill in the blanks, that is objective type question. You can try to solve the objective type questions, and subjective I will do it for you, and in the next video it will be uploaded to you also with numericals also. We will solve numericals also. I will solve numerical for you also, and some of the numericals you have to try. And our chapter first is completed. Hope so it is clear to you all, and if any problem arises in between, you can ask me in this number. You can call me in this number for asking further queries. Hope so it is clear to all of you, and we will meet in the next video doing question and answers and numericals.